Oh. It's a big day today.
Ageism Awareness Day. Ageism negatively impacts our health, our well-being, our financial security, and economy, and it exists in so many forms, influencing really everything from personal interactions to even public policy.
And the good news is we can do something about it. And to start, all we have to do is just start talking about it. So here to help us with Ageism Awareness is advocate for age positivity and founder of Second Act Women, Barbara Brooks. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. I love how happy you are about
I love
age.
your energy.
Yes,
This is amazing.
I know,
It's
I know.
contagious.
It is contagious. If you meet Barbara Brooks, you want to be around her all the time. So
love this.
talk to us about how ageism affects, everybody, but let's talk about it not globally, but here in America. And how does it impact the economy?
So much to say about ageism. So first of all, I don't think a lot of people know that 1 in 3 people today in America are over 50. 1 in 3. We're not talking 1 in 10, 1 in 20, 1 in 3. So when you're walking down the street, I would say 16th Street Mall, but we know what's happening down there. But if we're walking down the street, 1 in 3 people are over 50. How it impacts the economy. In 2018 alone, $850 billion with a B, $850 billion were lost in the economy. That's 2018, and what happened during COVID is we like to say it was the actual great push out. So it wasn't as if we were stepping away from our jobs. A lot of it was companies were saying, well, let's let go of so-and-so, not necessarily saying they're Gen X or they're this or that, or upper millennials or boomers. They were saying, we're spending a lot of money, let's let go of them. And so what happened is a lot of us lost our jobs. And now you have people that I hear in my community who have sent, and I am not exaggerating, hundreds of resumes to get, and I'm an example, who, before I started the company, sending hundreds of resumes to get maybe a handful of interviews to get 0 job offers.
Wow.
Especially as someone as qualified as you. That
And I'm
speaks
qualified,
volumes.
and
Oh,
some of
yes,
these
you
other
are.
ladies and men and humans and Yes.
Is there a certain age that you feel like that the decline starts to happen as far as the way other people look at you? I can tell it's not how you feel about yourself and the energy you exude, but where you start to see that change in how other people look at you.
Yes, I will say that when it comes to, imposterism, because I won't call it a syndrome, because we're not sick, so let's take away the word syndrome, but the way other people look at us really does start in the 50s, early 50s. And I would say that the way corporations, yes, it starts about 50. In answer to your question, whether they know you're 50 or not, they want to say that they can see it in your gray or your gray streak. Or they see it in, your resume because they have it behind, because maybe you put the year that you graduated from college or high school, which, by the way, there is a new rule in Colorado that says no longer it's against policy to even put the year that you graduated from high school or college.
I didn't know that.
Don't put those. You can now turn in, I hate to say turn in and be, a snitch, but
Not a snitch.
but snitch. Because yes, there is a new policy that says that no longer, that is Colorado's way of also trying to eradicate ageism.
Love that.
And saying now it's about experience. So yeah, in answer to your question, it starts about 50.
And so what are some things that we can all do to combat this?
It's owning your professional brand. It's owning who you are. It's self-promotion, which is so hard for women. It's so hard for us to, I'm going to use the word brag, but it's hard for us to own our assets, and our assets are the experience that we have worked really hard. That unfortunately on our resume, we can only go back, if you want that job, even though I said don't put those ages, really only go back 10 to 12 years, but we've worked really hard for those 20 and 30 years. But it's about owning those assets that the company needs, because there is actually a gap in what I call power skills, which in the day they call them soft skills. if you're a millennial and a Gen Xer and a boomer, those are skills that are innately in us that we learned during the old fax days and the old, days that we were learning, the old, writing things down.
Pen and paper.
Learning things.
Right.
From our bosses. And so it's owning your power skills. That's communication, leadership, those things that we were sort of raised on in corporate America, the older days of corporate America. So it's that. It's owning those experiences that we should be very proud and brag about when it's time and let go of that imposterism.
Yes.
That is going to creep in. I had it on a plane
And boot it.
to California.
What happened?
Yeah, boot it. I was about to lead a session on professional branding to brand experts with Hyatt. And I had a moment of my own, and I've been doing this for 7 years now. I had a moment of, oh my God, I'm about to lead this session with experts in their own field. And the minute I did my own power pose, because that's a thing,
Give us your power pose. You have 30 seconds. Give us your
We
power
love
pose,
this.
girl.
I was like, I got this. And I did. I just was like opening up and I was doing my own.
Yes.
I got this.
Yes.
I was doing my own, Shannon,
I love that.
I owned it.
Oh my
And
God.
I killed it.
I love the Bravo
Barbara,
reference too.
thank you for